we really wanted to make sure we knew what we were doing before we did it. We didn't want to be just to jump into it and then 6 months later be like, this was a horrible mistake. We've been living here for, it'll be a year.
It is a year.
Is it?
Yep, it is 1 year, like 1 year, 1 day.
So I'm Julie, this is Mike, and we live in a tiny house here in Gettysburg. Well, we were living in my dream house. Honestly, it was a huge brick Victorian. The house was really big. It was hard to keep up with as far as like, it was always something to do. And it took up a lot of our time. We devoted a lot of our time to fixing up the house and keeping it nice and the yard work and all these things that it was really hard for us to kind of do other things or go on vacation or, it was always something we had to do for the house. It just one day it occurred to me that we were spending so much time on a house that we weren't planning to keep. And it just didn't make sense for us to continue to do that. We were watching tiny home shows and kind of started from there, whether or not it'd be a good idea or not, and it kind of just evolved from there.
I was a little skeptical of the shows, seeing how small the houses really were, but after we watched some videos and talked to people, my mind kind of changed.
We did a lot of research, a lot of research.
A lot.
I wanted to know that if we were doing it for the right reasons, and it was going to work, and that we weren't going to kill each other, because there's those horror stories too. But yeah, we really wanted to make sure we knew what we were doing before we did it. We didn't want to be just to jump into it and then 6 months later be like, this was a horrible mistake.
A big challenge was getting rid of a lot of the stuff we had in the big house. We met in the middle and, and we're down to one storage unit, which is great.
Yep. I'm actually surprised at how easy it was to part with the stuff that we had that we didn't need. I have a shopping addiction. I love to shop, and it's really interesting because I still do that. When I buy something new, I get rid of something else. I donate it. I just don't hang on to the stuff like I used to. We originally started looking at RVs, and I never felt comfortable selling the house for an RV. That never had that warm fuzzy feeling to me. I knew that if I was gonna live in a tiny home, not only did it have to feel like home, but it had to look like a home. And that was very difficult for us to find something that looked and felt like home. The other thing that I think you and I both agreed on was that we needed a full-size refrigerator.
Full-size stove.
Full-size stove, kitchen, because we entertain a lot. So being able to cook for a large amount of people was very important for both of us.
Our tiny house, our park model trailer, is placed at Drummer Boy Campground in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. This is a forced river quail ridge. Julie, she pretty much designed the whole house herself, picked the colors out. I was kind of blind going into it. And when we went down to see it for the first time, I was kind of blown away.
So I'm currently in grad school working on a PhD in public health. I just finished a PhD in integrative medicine. I am also currently working on a degree in integrative functional nutrition through Maryland University of Integrative Health, as well as doing a program through EFNA for integrative functional nutrition. I also attend Duke University for integrative health leadership, and I will be graduating there March 12th. So a lot of studying happens in this area. I spend probably 7-8 hours a day here in this space. when I'm not seeing clients. So I spend the majority of my time in this loft space. I can't stand in this space all the way. The only problem I ever have being up here is when I'm printing. I feel like then I can't move around as easily as I'd like.
Let me tell you a little bit about the outside of the house. We bought the house in West Virginia. It was made in Elkhart, Indiana. So it was shipped. It's on wheels, like a regular house trailer. It was shipped to West Virginia and then shipped up here. Travel time, as many miles as that scene, and it came here in one piece and there's nothing wrong with it, was amazing. Joe, the driver that brought it up, couldn't have been better. He put it exactly where we wanted it. They put blocks underneath, they blocked it for us, they leveled it. They did the porch, as you can see. This is not like a regular RV. There is no tanks, no holding tanks. It's a direct line right into the sewer. And as you can see in the wintertime, we put insulation up around the bottom for the wind we have up here. Also animals, to keep the animals out. There's a lot of animals up here and we'd like to keep them far away. It does, as you can see, it has a regular trailer hitch. You do need a very large truck, semi-truck to move it. Here at the campground, they have these yard hydrants, which is our water. They do wrap it for us, and there is a heat tape underneath here, which is plugged in the wintertime. The hose we have is also a heated hose. When the temperature drops below 55 degrees, it kicks on. So that keeps pipes from freezing and everything else. This is where we keep our golf cart. It's covered up because of the winter. We definitely miss using a golf cart over the winter. The campground is, I think, 120 acres, so it's an easy way to get around. When we first got here, we had to buy propane off the campground. It got a little expensive. This year they let us do what we wanted with propane. So a friend of mine works at Arrow. We have the 100-gallon propane tank, which takes care of our heat, which is forced hot air, and our stove. Our water heater is electric. We've made a lot of friends here at the campground. They've been very welcoming.
I would say I'm pretty surprised about the number of people that we've been able to entertain here. I feel like we do have probably more, if not just as many people come to our parties as we did in our big house.
I feel we were more on top of each other in the big house than we are here.
And yeah, and I agree, and that's weird to say that.
It's because she has her office, you know, up in the loft, and I sit here and watch TV, or, you know, the outside space. I'm always outside.
Living here and seeing the freedom that we have, I don't regret selling the house. I miss the house, but I don't ever regret selling it.
Hi everybody, my name is Eli.
And I'm Fawn, and we are RV East Coast.
Yeah, we are the creators of this channel and this video that we just saw, and we hope you really like this video. We want to thank our friends at Drummer Boy Campground and RV on the Go for allowing us to come to their beautiful property to show this video. What an amazing couple, right?
Yeah.
And we are hoping to continue to do more stories like this, right?
We are. We don't want to just bring you campground reviews. We want to share some of the people that we meet, some stories of the people that we meet along our journey. So if you like videos like this, drop us a comment, subscribe.
Yeah, one very important thing, you might want to hit the notification bell. We don't have a regular uploading schedule because as much as we would like to tell stories like this one full time, we cannot. We have
full-time jobs and full-time children
that have to take precedence. So if you want to keep up to date, you might want to hit that notification bell so you know when we post a new video. That's all we have for you today. We hope you like this video. It was a lot of fun shooting it, and yeah, we'll hope to see you in the next one.